I always knew from a really young age I liked numbers. When everybody else played dolls, I was the treasurer. I was a very focused child. I twirled baton from the time I was 3, competed nationally from the time I was 5 until 17. I loved to be in front of big crowds. So this is the first of this series?
The first event we've had here all semester, so.
Okay. Wow, no pressure. No pressure whatsoever. I had moved 20 times by the time I got to UGA. I went in as an accounting major. And about, maybe halfway through the quarter, they had a risk manager come in from Atlanta, speak to the class about what a normal day was in his life. Changed my major the next day, never looked back. Middle of my junior year. I loved accounting, and I still do a lot of accounting, but it was too much sitting in an office doing numbers, and I need to be around people. I had spent the summer between my junior and senior year doing an internship at an AIG, an insurance company, but in their risk management practice. So I was already working with corporate clients who had risk managers, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. And so I interviewed with 2 companies, got offers from both, although the one that I took did not come easy. But literally 10 minutes into the interview, the man who ultimately became my boss told me he would never hire me and the interview was over. I think it was, I hate to say this because I don't feel in my career I've been discriminated against on gender, but he had no females in all of a 17-member department except secretaries. I think I can figure this one out. And thank you, I'll be perfectly fine working with 16 men. This does not bother me. I can hold my own in this. So it took me a little convincing, but then they flew me up to Detroit and interviewed me and I got the job. I've worked with students on campuses since about 1993. This is a critical part of what I've done now for the past 20, 25 years. Hopefully, what I can do today is get you guys even more jazzed up about the career that you're thinking about having, either in the risk management insurance industry or using those skills outside of the industry.
Her reach, her influence has really spanned generations. Of all the risk managers out there, how many of them are actually involved at some level with risk management education at the collegiate level?
It's great fun to go on different campuses and not only teach classes, but also do one-on-one time with the students. So when I'm working with the students, I'm learning, what are they thinking about? Always do your homework. Always be prepared. And if you're over-prepared, you're over-prepared, so what?
If you know Pam at all, you know that she has this personality about herself, that she's very open in talking about her own life experiences and how she dealt with them and how she was challenged by them often. Those are the things that give you satisfaction when you're sitting back and reflecting on your career later on. You want to think back about the people that you've touched in your life and your career.
I was fortunate enough to become the chapter president of my Gamma chapter on campus, and as part of my responsibilities, I got to plan the speaker series, and I knew in my senior year that there was only one person that could be the speaker my very last meeting, and that was Pam. I'm confident that she shifted an entire busy schedule around just to be there with me and for me, but it was the best way to end what was a really awesome and enjoyable college career.
If you listen to her talk about her experiences being a risk manager, it's really difficult not to become excited about that. It's a very infectious attitude she has about it. And I can tell you that among the risk managers and residents, we've had some really good ones, but she's the best.
When you're happy at what you do with work, because it's so much of our lives, it's going to make all parts of your life better. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm not surprised if the Terry College is giving her an award for an outstanding alum.
I don't know specifically why I was nominated, but I think it's because of my work with the students over the years. And if that's what it is, it's a huge, huge honor. Unexpected, huge honor.